I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1. Hello. Oh, thanks. That was a good horn. Hello, and welcome to a special on-location video with Rhythm and Wit. My name is David Steele. I'm here with Jared Murphy, the drummer of Stolen Cable.
That's me.
How are you today, Jared?
I am doing great, living that dream.
Yeah, we're coming out here to check out some of the music. There's a big music and art festival out here at Factory Obscura on 9th Street. So we're here to check out some of the art and music and hopefully talk to some artists and musicians and get some interviews. So yeah, are there any artists or any musicians here today that you're interested in seeing, or?
Just everyone, really. I'm not too familiar with a lot of these acts, but what we've seen so far has been great.
Yeah,
great.
We got caught some of one band. I think their name is Challo, and you knew one of the keyboard players.
Yeah, I knew the keyboard player. I've known him since he was yay high.
Yeah, hopefully we can talk to him.
Yeah.
Later on, so that's fun.
He's incredibly talented. They all were.
Yeah.
They're all great.
And then Original Flow went up with them. Hopefully we can get him on. I think he'll be interested to talk to us too.
Yeah.
So this will be fun. Yeah, we're here with Amanda Salter with Impermanent State. How are you today?
Doing great. I'm enjoying this weather.
Having fun out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's turned out to be a beautiful day.
Yeah.
So let's see. Just had a few questions. Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your art quickly, or can you show us something?
Yeah, sure. So I recently have gotten into wood burning.
Yeah.
I picked it up during COVID lockdown, actually, and then just kind of slowly graduated from there. So this one is a repurposed child's skateboard that I took and designed it. I do some fun toys as well. I like to kind of merge that.
Yeah, I like the chick X&O stuff.
Yeah, a good toy for a adult and a child. It can go both ways.
It's like a nice piece of art that the adult can appreciate.
Yeah.
And of course kids do too, but
absolutely. And I did I actually did a giant tic-tac-toe board over here.
That's awesome.
And these pieces come out.
They're magnetic kind of, or?
They are not, but they just sit and you can hang them up on the wall.
That's cool. So yeah, you can even put that hang it on a wall and
yeah.
That's awesome.
So I like to have that kind of playful themes with some like darker themes and just kind of have that merge. There's a lot of motion as well.
I love your art because it's very organic and that's like you have some. Do you have stuff in Mycelium Gallery right now?
I do.
Okay. I know you've done one of their fundraisers last month. And I saw some of your stuff there, but there's very natural and all of that, and it fits in very well with the art style that I like personally.
Yeah, it's more like surrealist.
And the mushroom elements.
Yes, gotta love the mushrooms.
Yeah,
they're gonna save the world.
But yeah, I like that. And your stuff is very colorful. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and I think that goes well with that natural element with the wood coming through. So I like to pair that, just kind of get that. The two sides to it.
So this is an art and music festival. Is there like any music that you listen to while you do wood burning and create art or anything like that?
That's a great question.
Or do you not? Because some people maybe not want to listen to music while they create.
Music helps. I do a lot of podcasts.
You listen to people's conversations.
Yeah, because usually my eyes are busy, so anything with my ears is good. But I do put on music.
Right.
Nothing in particular though. I like to mix it up a little bit, but it does help with that flow state.
Do you have a favorite genre of music that you like? I don't know, just curious. Or do you not?
I like it all.
Just listen
I
to
do
it,
like
take it in.
indie. I like classic rock as well. Kings of Leon is one of my favorite
Cool,
bands.
yeah, I like
so,
that a lot. They
yeah.
have some roots here too. I
Yes,
know.
yep.
We knew some guys.
There's the street named after him somewhere down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I just found that out.
Are you familiar with any of the acts that are on here today? I know there's some local stuff, but I wasn't personally.
am not. No,
They do
I've been hearing it
yeah.
a little bit coming around the corner. Are they outside?
Yeah, it's around
Okay.
in the alley in the back,
Yeah.
so it's weird, but it's in the back there. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, so yeah, that's about it. I guess where can people find you online? I know you do a lot of events. Is there anything
Yeah.
you got? Do you want to shout out real quick?
Sure, yeah. So I'm. You can find me at Impermanent State on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Impermanent, IM, and then Permanent State. I am hosting a paint and sip every month at Sailor in the Dock.
Yeah, I saw that.
It
That's
should be the third Saturday of every month. I've recently been incorporating my wood burning, so they actually pick out
so you can
a
practice
pre-made
that.
wood burning.
Oh, and then paint it.
And then
Okay,
they paint
cool,
it.
cool.
Yeah, so it's a little bit
That's
different
awesome.
than the canvas.
But you get it that's a nice piece to take home.
Exactly.
That's already created partly by an artist, a professional. Like you do this stuff, create really beautiful art, but they can.
Yeah, I
to
thought
it.
they could take that
I
home with
like
them. So
that.
it's a little joint project. So you can go to sailorinthedock.com to get tickets, or just follow me, and I'll have links out as well.
Perfect.
But they've turned out really fun. They're a fun night.
Have you done that? You just started that, didn't you? So
Yes.
it's only been once or twice, I imagine.
You got it. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I like that a lot. I
Yeah.
love Taylor and the Dock. They're doing a lot of cool
There's
stuff.
lots of cool events there. But I got very supportive feedback from the wood burning one. I
Yeah.
think people really
They
enjoyed
liked it.
that.
That's cool.
So the next one in April is called Weirdos Unite, and it's going to be on April 20th. So come out and see us. It'll be
Yeah.
a fun night. I've got some funky prizes and
Cool.
everything weird. So.
All right, well, thank you so much. We'll let you get
Yeah.
back. You've had some customers
All
you may
right,
have
yeah.
missed.
Well, I appreciate you. That's okay. I
All right,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. Perfect. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we're here with Kelly Queen, one half of Jelly Art.
Yes.
This is the other half. We'll talk to her in a minute.
Perfect.
Yeah, this is your. Can you tell us a little bit about your art? What do you have today?
Yeah, it's kind of a variety pack of stuff. A lot of like crochet work of different sorts, little like plushies, keychains, scrunchies, and then some like mixed media paintings over
yeah.
here. So I wanted
you
to
have
kind
a
of,
lot.
yeah, thank you. I just wanted to have a nice variety.
Cool. Yeah, you do a lot of crochet but also painting. What's your favorite medium? You do a lot of different types of medium.
Oh, thanks. I don't know. I would probably go with crochet,
Yeah,
even though it
you have
does a
a
number
lot.
on my wrist,
Mhm.
you know, but it's mobile.
But you like the
I like-
you like the kind of fuzzy kind of stuff.
Yeah, very like tactile,
Yeah.
squishy.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, kind of my go-to.
Mhm.
Yeah, everything rainbow though.
Yeah,
and
very
eyeballs.
colorful. Yeah, the eyes, that's something I've always noticed about your stuff. Which
Thank
a
you.
lot of artists focus on that, or it's a theme.
Yeah, yeah.
Something about eyes, definitely in humans, right? Like we're always focused on each other's eyes.
For sure. I like to kind of make the art feel alive, I guess. Kind of sentient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's looking back at you.
Yeah, you're building a relationship with
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
That's something I noticed one day too, because your jelly has 3 eyes in the name.
it does. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Me and Jasmine both love like things with 3
Eyes.
eyeballs.
Yeah,
So we're
okay.
like, why not do it
The
literally?
3rd, yeah.
our
I did put that together once.
Yeah.
Once, and then I also put together that it's both your names combined.
Exactly.
That was another revelation. Lots of thought though goes into it. So I
Oh,
like
shucks,
that.
it just kind of felt very natural.
Yeah, sometimes that's all what you should focus on, the
Yeah.
naturalness of. So this is the Art and Music Fest. Do you listen to any music? I know your husband is a musician.
He
You probably listen to
is.
some of his stuff
Of course.
while you create. Is there
Yes.
anything else?
S3D shout out. Yeah, I like one of my favorite artists is Caroline Polachek. She's my queen. Very kind of like ethereal pop, funky, and I don't know, her and this other artist named Yule have been like my favorites lately, and just good vibes to create to. And just kind of like spacey, otherworldly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It probably matches your style of art too, in a way. Like it helps inspire that and get you into that mode.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something I'm interested in asking some of the artists, because some artists don't listen to music, or maybe they don't like listening to music while they create. I mean, I think it's
that's true.
I said the same thing. I was like, what?
It's immersive. That or like a podcast. Like I need sound typically.
But I think it's interesting because there's no right or wrong way. Of course.
Different modes. Just depends on how you work best.
But of course I wanted to ask that because this is mixtape release. Are you familiar with any of the artists that are performing or on the mixtape?
I definitely know a couple. All the local talent here that Factory also gets. Like, there's so much good local music here in Oklahoma. So I'm looking forward to hearing the artists too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Definitely have to check out the mixtape. I think it's out now, I guess. But,
absolutely.
I mean, I wasn't familiar with anyone. I think Baileyboy was the one I knew.
Baileyboy's great.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
other than that, I didn't know any of the artists that were.
It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
And also, where can people find you? I know you could do a lot of events. Do you guys have any events that you want to shout out that are coming up?
I think we don't have anything jelly planned yet. But I like to do my markets throughout the year. And Jasmine's got a solo show she'll tell you about in August. But you can find me on Instagram, Skelly Queen Art, and Jelly Art is our duo. That's where I reside.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope you saw a lot of art.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Okay. Thanks. So we're here with Cheyanne, is that correct?
Yes, Cheyanne.
Cheyanne, the artist, visual artist. Can you talk about your art that you have? You're a painter.
Painter.
Acrylic, is that what you use?
Yeah, I work a lot with acrylic paints, latex paints. Mixed media stuff for sure too. I like a lot of stuff with texture.
I know, I love your patterns and all of the things all of the very identifiable style, which
definitely.
is cool.
I often tell people, I'll call it mark making or just my form of glyphs through abstraction and shapes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love it. So this is the Art and Music Festival. Do you listen to any music? Is there anything inspiring to you whenever you create art, or do you not listen to music? Because some people do that.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely moods.
Part
I guess.
Of it, put you in a mind state.
Yeah, different seasons. I think I'm listening to different stuff, but I think as of lately, a lot of experimental ambient music. It's hard even to name if you like a Matthew David. That's one. He actually helped produce the song on the new Andre 3000 album.
Yeah, nice. So is he more of a producer and kind of?
Nah, he's definitely a musician. He makes a lot of sounds. It was funny when I heard him. I could tell his style of sound definitely helped build out ambience around what Andre 3000 was doing with his flute. It kind of felt like he was filling in the background and letting Andre shine. So
that's great.
And so it was a cool contrast to kind of get into his music, and then that happens and be like, wow, that's a pretty cool connection. Andre 3000 paints. I don't know if you know that. He's a painter too.
Yeah, that's what I would say. A lot of musicians and artists. I mean, it all there's so much crossover. Do you create any music, or have you dabbled in that at all?
I definitely used to dabble in music. That's one of the things that got me into the Oklahoma scene.
Okay.
That's why I know Daniel Kuna.
Because he's a musician.
Original Flow. I used to
hang out with
hang out with all those guys and go to all the local things and
And they're very much, I mean, Daniel and Flo for sure definitely incorporate music and art, you know, in most everything they do.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
So I love that. It's definitely something. I'm a musician, I'm a bass player, so like, and I'm a graphic artist too, but I'm not so much a visual artist like painter or anything, but I've always just loved visual art, so that's why it's just like what I do with the show is just very crossover between music and art and comedy. We do a lot of that on our show.
Of course.
So were you familiar with any of the artists here tonight? I know Flo did a song with one of the groups earlier today.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of people that I hadn't seen. So even some people's like I knew, but I didn't know they performed like that. So it was cool.
Oh yeah, that's why I said I knew one of the artists that was on the mixtape that they're releasing. It's like these guys are all new. But it's fun. What do you do I know you do some events and do a lot of the plaza stuff. Do you have any events, anything coming up that you might want to shout out, or where people see your art next?
You know, you can find me on social media.
You'll be posting it.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to post more videos and stuff, and even populate YouTube. So yeah, you can find me at Don Jaye on everything basically.
That's your
it's on Don Jaye Studios on YouTube. You know, all those places. So
it's coming down. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great day.
Yeah, man, it was good to meet you.
Okay, so we're here with Molly. How are you today?
I'm fabulous.
Good. I'm enjoying the day. It's nice weather. And this is your car, and you're doing some painting and working on it here, which is cool to see. I like seeing the events where they have the artists, you know, working and hanging out. Can you talk about it a little bit?
Sure. Well, this is my car. I've had the car since 2006, and it's got low mileage on it.
Yeah.
And a few years ago, I decided to turn it into an art car. I'd been thinking about it because the paint was peeling really badly. Yeah,
you're like, how can I make this better? And you're a visual artist. So you do a visual art?
Some performance, some creative writing, kind of a cool experiment with different medias.
Yeah, so this is great. And when did you start the art car project? How long have you been doing that?
Technically in 2018. And that's when I was like, I'm going to do this. And sanded the car down, and then there was kind of like no turning back. So,
you're going to have to paint it or something at that point. So what do you use? You like to use lots of different things, lots of bottle caps, and do you like just collect lots of things for this purpose here, I imagine?
I did, I would, buy it some at a time. Some bottle caps were donated. Some of the stuff was, there's a little bit of, some, a few found objects and random stuff, but kind of came up with a design. The car was, of course, originally red. I wanted red to stay a part of it.
Yeah.
I have the heart on the front. I kind of have this thought of always move through the world with your heart first. So
it's like
kind
your
of a
heart
reminder.
Forward. I love it. Well, this is a music and art festival. Do you ever listen to music while you create art? Is there anything that inspires you, or anything in particular? I'm always interested in that.
Yeah, I love music. Yes, absolutely. Listen to music while I'm making art.
Cool. Were you familiar with any of the musicians or artists that were performing here tonight?
There's one group I'm really excited about, Moriah, Bailey, and I've heard her before, but I haven't heard any of the other artists, so I'm excited to go over and listen to them as I can.
And definitely check out the mixtape that they're all on, that was cool, because I'm a musician, local musician, and I didn't know any of the artists. I knew one, I think Baileyboy. I'd seen her perform.
Okay.
But other than that, I was like, these are all just these young crop of musicians, I think. Yeah. Which is great, and it's very eclectic and very, the music that I like, and very, it goes with the Factory Obscura and art and music. So It's exciting.
I will say we have some amazing music talent in this state. I think we have a lot of innovation and creativity and
absolutely
great artists.
Art and music for sure, and yeah, just entertainers. What kind of entertainment? Are you do performance art? Is that what you said?
Yep. Kind of some comedy type stuff. Some
improv. No?
Not as much improv, but I have some characters, some alt ego characters that I show up as every now and then. I also I love storytelling. I coordinate a monthly storytelling event called the OKC Story Slam.
Okay, I think we actually have one tomorrow night at the Speakeasy. Oh, nice.
So it's just open mic. There's a theme. You just show up, tell your story based off the theme. Has to be true.
Yeah. Okay, do you know Caleb Collins? Does he do that?
Yeah. He's cool.
I think he's talked to me. He's talked to me about it before.
He's an awesome storyteller.
I've seen him perform a ton, and with comedy, but even with a lot of his stories, he'll tell these long bits that are 15-minute long stories that are just
he's brilliant,
incredible.
There's the train.
And that's a monthly show?
Yep, once a month at the Speakeasy.
Yeah, is it like the same like the first Sunday or last Sunday?
It's typically the third Sunday. This month we had to bump it because St. Patrick's Day was last Sunday, and that's that's usually a big day.
Once a month on Sundays, the OKC Story Slam.
Yep.
Cool.
And we're on Facebook, Instagram. We have the themes change, so like tomorrow night it's superstitious.
Okay. Nice. I like that.
Yeah, you just basically have to have some connection to the theme. It has to be a true story, told under 7 minutes.
Okay. What time does that start?
7 o'clock.
7. I'll have to maybe come by.
Do it.
Check. Yeah, I'm always interested in like performance art of all kinds too, and that's definitely something that I haven't seen enough of.
Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of comedy, stand-up comedy, and some improv, but it's cool to see. So, yeah, it's great meeting you. Do you have social media or anything else you wanted to shout out for your art or anything?
Sure. Actually, on the back of the car, there's a QR code. It goes to my Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, and, that's perfect for people if you're driving around.
Yeah, and you can kind of see the story. I have photos of the evolution of the project, and
that's awesome.
Art Car OKC is my Instagram. I'm on Facebook, Molly O'Connor. I don't do the socials as much as I should.
Right.
Actually I do them as much as I can.
Yeah, or maybe doing anything at all is good, I think, in a lot of cases. Because you have somewhere if you post where you're going to be, I think that's important.
Yeah, well.
So people can see you in person, that's more important. So, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay, so we're here with Jasmine Jones. How are you today?
I'm all right.
Well?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the weather, or no?
Yes. I mean, I'm glad it's not raining.
Yeah.
I was scared of it.
A little
raining.
chilly, but it's sunny. That's important, I think. Can you talk about some of your art that you have on display?
Yes. So I overall focus on like nostalgia a lot. So a lot of my pieces have to do with that, and like a dreamy sense, and looking back with like a sweet lens.
Yeah, that's always very colorful and kind of childlike and kind of visual, I think. I always loved your throwbacks to like the PlayStation, all childhood toys. It's great. And you usually do, is it acrylic paint?
Yes. I used to kind of work a lot with gouache and watercolor, but I've been leaning back more and more to acrylic.
Yeah, it's more brighter and much more controlled, I think, right?
And cheaper.
Yeah. That's great. This is a music and art festival. Do you listen to any music while you paint?
Sometimes. I used to definitely more so. Now I've been watching a lot of like nostalgic videos.
Yeah, well, that kind of goes into your art.
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
So
It's motivating.
Yeah, it maybe gives you ideas on newer things that you could work on.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
that's cool. Were you familiar with any of the artists or any of the musicians that are performing?
One of them in particular, their name is Shay, and she may be performing right now, actually. But she's really cool. I heard about her on Wednesday at an open mic thing.
Oh, okay.
And
what was that?
she was like, I'll be at Performing at Factory. And that was at a Red Dirt event.
The poetry,
Yes. So I was like, oh, cool. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like I've been asking people that because I'm a musician in the city, but all these artists I wasn't even familiar with. So it's
there are a few that I was like, who are
to see these young kind of artists coming up and doing cool things.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so I'm excited to check out the mixtape, the release they're having here.
Yes.
Let's see. I think that's kind of all I had. I just wanted to, if you wanted to shout out where people can find more of your art or any events that you might have coming up next.
I'm actually having a show at OU in August.
Kelly was telling me you have your own personal art show, right?
Yes, and there's not going to be an opening, but there's going to be a closing reception.
Okay.
But it's going to be up for like 3 or so weeks.
It'll be
hopefully it's installed by August.
Yeah.
Like 16th-ish is the goal.
Middle of August.
But yeah, so that's happening.
Cool.
Otherwise, people can find me at artof.jasmine.
Yeah, and then people can follow you there and see when it's going to be up.
Exactly.
Location. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Hope you guys have a great day.
Thanks.
And sell some art.
Thank you.
These are the baby prophets. There's like Buddha, Moses.
Nice. This is how it is. Oh, this is
Here's all the children of the world.
Oh, these are like printed.
That's awesome. If you want to get it straight. I don't know what she's doing.
Yeah, that's great. So this is one that you guys were flying earlier, huh? That's awesome. Very nice.
You know who Alex Gray is. Kind of a psychedelic artist.
Yeah. So that's the inspiration for this.
Just a lot of great artwork. Most people don't know. I think, this joint's mom.
That's awesome. But it's parts of your...
Oh, this is our favorite rock and roll guy.
It's just all stuff.
Bob.
It's all stuff that you guys like and part of your life.
Well, no, she does this. This is part.
I mean, yeah.
Some of it's hers, and a lot of it
But
she does
it's-
like this Bird of Paradise. She's this one woman online sells clip art kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. Very well
There's
done.
dragons, right? Since it's year of the dragon.
Yeah. Cool.
There's a lot. Oh, this is in the Indian epic. I don't know if that's
Oh, okay. Yeah.
From the Ramayana.
Okay, yeah, I see it. That's great. All kinds of different things. on this. Very
The
nice.
scales of the dragon.
Awesome. Thank you. Oh yeah. All right. We're here with Bailey Gilbert and CJ. Sorry, so what's your last name?
Rogers.
CJ Rogers, Bailey Gilbert, Baileyboy, the band. You guys performed at Factory Obscura tonight, or earlier today. What would you say is your genre, or if someone asked?
We always go with alternative.
Yeah.
It's the safest
Just
bet.
A rock.
Yeah, a little heavier than you would expect, hopefully.
Yeah, you have a great voice, from what I've heard, and
Thank you.
I think it's kind of a blues inspired to me.
Definitely.
Sorry.
I actually had a folk and bluegrass and blues background, so yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that comes through, I think, from what I've heard. I missed your performance earlier tonight. I was way off, but I've seen you before, so I'm hope to see you again soon. So, and how long you guys have been playing together?
A year and a half?
Yeah.
About a year and a half.
So I was just saying I'd seen you probably almost a year ago at Nora Music Fest last year. So this is a visual art festival. Have you seen any of the art on display at the market?
I have. Skelly Queen art.
Yeah.
Kelly, I love her stuff. She actually was our partnered artist the last time we were playing here at Mixtape.
Okay. Yeah.
So I had to run by the booth.
See her, yeah. We interviewed her. I know her too. So
nice. She's really nice.
Great. Yeah, very sweet and very nice, colorful art. So yeah, I was gonna ask you, how did you get involved with Factory Obscura? You've done shows with them in the past.
Yeah, I've attended just as someone who thinks it's really cool.
Yeah.
And when they reached out, maybe a couple years ago, Lindsay is their booking, and she's awesome. So she reaches out and does her job super well. So really, anytime they hit me up, I'm like, I want to be a part of that. That's really cool.
And being a part of the mixtape, can you talk about the song that you wrote on it? I forgot about that.
Yeah, we were given the melancholy room, which is really maybe my favorite in the room, and they kind of explained there's actually, you're at the bottom of a well, and if you look up, you can see a sky. That's the same sky you can like create bubbles in the first room. So like you can kind of see what other people are up to while you're in there. But we just wrote a song about melancholia called I Fall, and it's about that familiar sadness.
It's kind of hard to explain or define sometimes too, I think, that emotion in particular. Yeah. Or it's just, it's interesting. So I bet that was a challenge.
It was really fun. They let us, they let me go in and check it out and write stuff down.
Play and absorb.
Exactly.
And meditate.
Vibe.
How long did it take to write?
Probably about a month. I came in and came up with some of the concepts and like kind of vomited words into my notes app. Yeah. And then I went home and worked on the melody. The bridge came first and then everything else.
Cool. All right. And then I guess the last question real quick, are you guys performing again soon, or where people find your music online?
Yeah, it's on every free streaming service. They are taking our songs and our soul very, very quickly. On all the YouTubes and stuff, we're working on putting out a physical album, but we're going to be at Norman Music Fest again this year at the Bonnet. We're playing 11 p.m. on Saturday night, and we're having a couple shows at Resonant Head and Point A and 39th
Point
Street.
A Gallery. I'm very excited.
They're great.
I've been there for a lot of their shows. I've seen one music show there before.
We played there when they first opened, and we're coming back for a femme-focused, think kind of like we're playing tonight. It's an all female lead show. We're doing the same thing, except we're going to work with the drag community and get a couple queens involved.
Do some performance art along with the music. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'll be trying to check that out for sure. But thank you guys for talking to me today.
Thank you. Of course.
All right. Thanks.
In our 5th year putting out a mixtape cassette compilation album. Each year we invite 6 local musicians and bands to write an original song based on one of the 6 emotions expressed in Factory Obscura's mixtape experience. And you can purchase that cassette tape over by the white umbrella back there. Morgan can help you out. And each brand is also selling some merch, so be sure to check out the orange tablecloth table over there to support local artists. Be sure to check out all the local artists in front of Mixtape selling their wares. And I'm going to go ahead and announce our next performer, Cheyanne Marie.
This is complicated. You really, really need to believe. I think there's something wrong with me. You really, really need to believe. I think there's something wrong with me. You really, really need to believe. I think there's something wrong with me. No, I know there's nothing wrong with me. There's something wrong with you. Okay, we all know this next song, so let's get down. And y'all can get closer. Come on down. Let's make it a party.
Are we going? Okay, we're here with Cheyanne Marie. You just performed. It was incredible.
Thank you.
So, what would you say is the genre of music that you play?
that question is always so hard for me to answer, just because I'm influenced and love so many different styles. So, if I had to say, I always say it's like a fusion of pop, soul, R&B.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Pop encompasses like almost everything, but
but
my voice lends itself kind of to the other two. But I love literally everything from opera to show tunes to hip hop, R&B, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you have an amazing voice. So it's it sounds like the operatic, I think, element kind of the bigness. I think the largeness of your voice.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it.
Very nice. And I love the Bruno Mars and that style. What was the Daft Punk the cover song?
Yeah, thank you. Went with the retro theme and just ran with it. So.
But it's very I think that's Bruno Mars is to me he's
literally my favorite artist. If I could do a song with him, I would die. I would
maybe
just float away.
One day. I'm sure he seems like a nice guy. I bet. Who knows? Maybe he'll roll through Oklahoma.
If you're listening, Bruno.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So yeah, this is an art festival and music festival. Did you get to check out any of the art today on display?
I got to check out a little bit. I didn't get a chance to see all of it yet. I'm gonna look.
Go. Now you're done with your job, so you can take a break.
But I mean, every time, like the art is incredible here and very unique. And honestly, like this right here, like this costume.
So inspiring just to be around everything, I think.
I think I just like I don't know, what's the right word? Because it's Factory Obscura, so like obscurity.
Yeah, it's
like the obscurity that they bring. I think I love it because it just reminds you that there's no wrong.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
There's no wrong.
It's whatever comes out, right?
Yeah, and so I feel like remembering that all the time, it makes it easier to kind of just make your own and like stick to it and feel confident in whatever like it is that you're doing.
Yeah, seeing other people do it, be weird and be them, helps you be yourself. That's absolutely. So you did a song for the mixtape. Can you talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I wrote for the Wonder Room, and it was my first time ever writing a song on a timeline.
Yeah.
So I usually just write, and then sometimes take me a long time to finish songs. Sometimes it takes me 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I got asked to write for the Wonder Room, and I said yes without really knowing what it was I signed up for.
Yeah, you're like, oh no.
And then when I actually put it all together, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a nice challenge.
Yeah.
And so I visited the room, and I took the assignment, I think, a little more literally. And when I went in there, I kept wondering. I kept asking myself questions like, oh, what is this? Like, I had a lot of random thoughts. I don't even know if I should say some of them. Well, some of them were bizarre. I was like, am I supposed to think this? And so during that whole time, it had me questioning, like, I wonder who I'd be if I wasn't me. And it's kind of like the tagline for me for the Wonder song, like. I wonder who I'd be if I wasn't me, and just all the questions that you asked, like, how would things be different? And not necessarily in a negative way, but just like kind of, it made me ask some questions, and then I wanted it to be a fun song, like feel good song, nothing like too hard to dissect. Because when you went into that room, that's what it felt like. It felt like a fun,
colorful.
I felt like a kid again. There were adults going down a slide, and
there's a giant slide in there. I performed in there, where they have a big stage in there, but they have the open mic monthly.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you should sign up and do a song there sometime.
Oh, sweet,
They have a lot of musicians, so some comedy, a lot of musicians, some poetry. It's very cool.
Sweet.
Make Oklahoma Weirder is a part of putting that together.
I love that. Okay.
But I try to go out there every month because it's just such a cool thing to see.
I didn't realize it was monthly,
artists.
so I'll definitely check it out.
I don't know exactly. I think it might be the last Friday. No. It's on Thursday. Sorry.
Okay.
But
well, thank you.
Yeah,
I will keep
look
that
it
in
up
mind.
on there. It's in the Wonder Room. That's why I even brought it up. So how did you get involved anyways with Factory Obscura?
Last year I got invited, and I don't know how Lindsay found me. I'm glad she did. But I got reached out to do the Future of Sound festival. No, it's not a festival. Future of Sound concert.
Right.
Where a few different artists. This time it was an artist and a poet. Like I had a poet that I collaborated with. So it's usually a musician and an artist of a different medium collaborate and do a performance. So I did a collaboration with Sydney Aaron, and it was one of her first times doing her poetry live, and that was my first time performing my original music live.
So it was a good experience for
it's like come full circle too this time, because it's been like a year since that last time.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I've seen them do that more recently, but I didn't realize they had been doing it that long.
I think they do it a few times a year, it was really dope. So I'm glad I got to. I'm here again. I'll come back.
Now you're a part of the family, I think, so that's great. So where can people find your music? Are you performing again anytime soon?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think about what's the next thing. I have at least 2 or 3 gigs each month coming up now. We're doing Godspell 2012, the musical at my church. It's a co-production with me and my church, so that'll be pretty awesome. That's more musical theater, y'all.
Great, yeah, we
but
love
it's still
that.
fun.
Yeah.
And then, thank you. I'm doing a duo with my guitarist, Kevin. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
We're going to be performing 6 to 9 at Othello's in Norman on May 25th.
Great.
And then I did book Paseo Arts Festival, but I can't really say when yet until next week. But I will be there. I'll let you know.
Yeah, and then of course people can follow you on your social media, I imagine.
Yeah.
And follow the upcoming things there.
And the easiest way to find me, everything is CheyanneMarie.com.
Okay.
I link my phone number, my socials, everything, my music, whatever you want to find, you'll find it there.
Okay.
Tickets to shows for even if they're not like my own shows. I link them on there just to make it easy to follow. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you.
Okay, well that's it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for the interview. I appreciate you.
All right, that's it. Thanks. Okay. Here with Moriah Bailey. How are you today?
I am doing all right. I'm doing all right, yeah.
You just performed. You're incredible. A harp player, and you played some guitar. That was really fun. What would you say was your genre of music if you had to describe it to someone?
Yeah, it's always a hard question. I think my genre fits somewhere in between like indie, experimental, and folk. It doesn't, there's not like a neat genre category to place it in.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to place it. But yeah, I'm always interested in hearing because it is a very hard question for sure. Well, let's see. Yeah, can you talk about the song you wrote for the mixtape?
Yeah, so I wrote a song for mixtape. It's based on the Love room, which is more like a hallway.
Yeah.
And so the Love experience, it has 4 different parts. And the first part is like new young love. And the second part is obsessive dark love. The third part is rooted love. And then the 4th part is nostalgic love. And so I could have written about like any one of those things. But what I did was try to create a song that has 4 distinct parts.
Okay.
And it moves through those different experiences of love.
It made me feel like you're walking through the hallway.
Yeah. So what I did was take I walked around the space, I took pictures, I took some audio recordings. And I wrote down like quotes that people were saying as they were walking through.
Oh, so you were there and put one of those public.
Yeah. So the lyrics for the song that I wrote are actually quotes from most of them, not all of it.
Yeah, your experience.
Yeah, I took the quotes and tried to fit it into a narrative. So it kind of tells the story through like the quotes of the space.
Okay, great. I love it. Yeah, I loved it. I heard the song and I saw you perform it tonight. That was great. So how did you get involved with Factory Obscura in the first place?
I don't remember at this point.
Have you done a lot with them in the past?
I had an album release show here, and then I think the first time I played was one of their adult night events.
Thursday night or something.
Yeah,
They stay up later.
Yeah, a year or so ago, I played an adult night here, and I think that was the first time that I played in the space.
And you normally perform solo before? I think John was telling me you did a lot of he's seen you perform without a full band, and now you have a full band.
Yeah, I used to play under a moniker. Sunraya was my moniker, and I played a lot under Sunraya.
So you've probably been around the city a long time.
Project.
I hadn't heard of that before, which is surprising. But I don't know. I think as I get older, it's harder to keep track of everything. Like tonight, there's so many artists, musicians here that I've never heard of. So I was like happy to come see all the music that is going on. Did you get to check out any of the art on display?
I haven't had a chance to yet. I'm really excited to.
Yeah. Have some time now after the performance. Okay, so I guess the last question would be, like, where people find you? Are you performing again soon or anything?
Yeah, I'm playing Norman Music Fest.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing at 612 on May 3rd for First Friday.
Okay,
or Paseo Art Walk.
Yeah, okay. That is the first Friday though, isn't it? Yeah, because second Friday is the plaza.
I'm playing Paseo Art Walk on May 3rd.
Great.
And I think those are my next two shows. Yeah, I have some others in the summer.
That'll be coming up soon. Okay. And then, I'm sure you have a social media. People could follow you there.
Yeah, you can find me on Moriah Bailey. It's my Instagram. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, which I never use, but
I think nobody does.
Yeah, and YouTube,
Instagram,
which I'm thinking about using more.
Yeah, YouTube is good for sure. That's why we're on YouTube right now. So,
cool.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, of course.